Welcome to 1111 Tarot. I'm Auntie D, and I'm going through the shifts still. So it's taken forever. I can get a few reads done here and there, but I sleep a lot. My back is on fire as well as my neck. Like my skin feels raw. I'm having very, very vivid dreams, and yet I wake up and I can't remember a thing. I'm getting messages from the divine female as well as divine masculine. Oh boy, it's a very dark time right now for like the void. So if you're joining this and you resonated with the 1111 void preceding the portal for ascension, because that's what this is probably going to be about, you are going to understand a lot more as we dig into this. So we're going to use oracle cards and tarot and channeling and intuitive reading to come together with the messages that need to be delivered by Archangel. Michael is giving them to me to share with you, as well as Archangel Ariel. This is as well as there's going to be healing offered by Archangel Raphael. These are the spirit guides that have I'm in communication with, is the best way to put it. There's a huge shift about to take place, and we all need some inner guidance to understand, because we get to take an inner look at our ego, and the light workers and the earth angels are shifting first in order to guide those that are going to shift really, really hard with very little experience. So consider us your driver and teacher. Driver's driver's education. I don't know what it's called. What kids get when they're learning to drive. So we're nothing but messengers. Your guides are your guides. So if your Aunt Mima was somebody that you still are connected to that's passed over, the veil is thin, and that's what we're going to be doing. You're going to be using me to get those messages. Now what's interesting is I started my shift around the 20th of October. We had the blue moon October 31st, so that was exactly 11 days. Now I felt like a reprieve for a day or two. And then I started shifting back even harder. So I feel like now I'm in 5th gear, almost approaching 6, 7, 8. Like things are coming up to a pivotal point. And I'm speaking for a large part of the collective. Now, as we go forward from the 31st of the blue moon until we go up here to 11/11, November 11th, 11/11, we again have 11 days. So we have 11/11 here, and we have 11 days between 10/20/2020 and 10/31/2020. So I'm a numerology kind of person naturally. I have no training whatsoever. I just, whatever I download, that's what I download. And that's how I am. I live in this little world here that just constantly adjusts and flexes, and, you know, a little quantum physics and a little bit of astrology and a lot of intuition and channeling and connecting, and it all comes into what it is. I am able to heal those even over distance. So if that is something you're in need of, I can definitely help you. I do not charge for healing prayers, and I just want you to know that whatever you would feel comfortable with donating, I would be very comfortable with. But I do not charge for healing. So if you would like to email me, you can email me at galaxy1111 at, galaxy1111tarot at yahoo.com, and I will ask for a blessing for you and perform a healing with the divine to provide that for you. And like I said, I don't do a charge. All right, so hit the like button, subscribe, whatever you want to do to support the channel is greatly appreciated. If you are interested in a private reading, you can come down here and all the details are there. All right, guys, let's get going. We're starting right off the bat. I feel so I don't even know. I mean, that's where we are. We're like, I'm tired. I'm tired, Spirit. Don't you feel like that guy in Green Mile? Boss, I was tired. I was tired. But you know what? It's like we got to just be like ducks, you know, like that's why I love the rubber ducky. I'm the rubber ducky over on another channel for fighting for the truth over there for many years for wrongfully convicted souls and spirits that are behind bars for something they didn't ever do. And in this war against this uncovering the truth, we have to look within as well. And that's a big deal. Sometimes it's hard to look within. But that's what we're about to do. We're about to see all our many blessings come true for all the hard work we did. And we will continue into our life path. But this life path, whew, make your head spin this time around. Okay, here we go. I can see there are cards flipped, which is really strange because I didn't even feel them flip. Okay. I know. Had to have. Oh, yeah. Oh, trust me, I knew I did. Right there, my love. Trust. So this is the metamorphosis of the moth or butterfly. I just want to double check that we didn't miss something. Okay. So, yeah, it's really important that we do trust right now because Archangel Michael is guiding our way. And Archangel Raphael is communicating with us. And also, Archangel Ariel is healing us like we're in the cradle, cradling us in love. And so okay, I'm about to download for you right now. Whew, I'm receiving a message and my eyes are all goofy, my ears are goofy, so just hear me because that's when it's important. All right, trust. Here's the deal. Your shift has tag-alongs. You're the whale, okay? And you remember all those little bloodsuckers that lay all over that whale, and it helps clean the whale? And the whale wouldn't be okay without these little bloodsuckers all over it. Well, these bloodsuckers travel with the whale, experience what the whale experiences. So wherever you've got soul ties, you've got some people in tow. They're hanging on to your energy, and you can just trust the divine that they are receiving healings because you're doing the work. Okay? You're doing the work. They're reaping some of the benefits, but hey, it is what it is, right? You might be towing some people along into the light from some serious darkness. So it's very beautiful that you maintain that grace of the Empress or Emperor attitude of understanding that, yeah, this is feeling like you're on the Titanic, you know, but truthfully, we know the truth. It was Lucinda that was sunk, right? The observer. This is my point. What you're going through that feels very personal right now is actually you sharing the pain of the monkey on your back. You have connected to someone through the treasure, which is wisdom. However, you've made this connection. They were in the dark night. They were in a dark night of soul, like stuck and didn't even know it. Like they were trying to party in the dark night of the soul to numb it. And you shine their light. You shined your light onto them. And it lit up their world. Now you've pulled your energy out and you're just waiting and watching, and it's gone very dark where they are. Now keep in mind, you may want this to go really, really super fast. But, you know, sometimes we're grub worms before we turn into beautiful, beautiful moths. So let's just check this out. Now, I'm not making any judgment calls for you on who you disconnect with on your soul ties. Look at this. That's interesting. There was a read by a peer of mine that I appreciate very much, because I do watch YouTube sometimes on the reads because I have a hard time doing my own read. And she had a ladybug, and I thought that was interesting. And I have an Asian beetle. I don't know what that means. I've been shuffling these forever. Yeah, I'm in the shift, so I'm all out of sorts, but I'm here with you. I'm here with you. Whew. And it's not easy. I'm watching that little Asian beetle. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, yeah, you can. I can see it on the camera. All right, anything other? Oh, my back is on fire. Some people believe that means we're being anointed with gifts. I hope so. The revolutionary age of Aquarius is coming in, you guys. Passionate communication. Passionate communication. Look here. Strength. Rooting yourself in the tree of life, realizing you have the universe within yourself. Like, think of the roots of a tree. Okay, he's gonna go outside. Oh, you can't blow him off. Okay. Think of the roots of this tree, and then think of the roots of the veins in your lungs, and think of the air that you breathe and how the tree makes the air. You're all part of it. Get wild. I see these dog bones holding something in their mouth with this, like, I don't even understand what that is. What is that? It's a scroll with a bow on it. Get wild. You might need to do some journaling. I'm not sure. We're going to read that right now. Get wild. Where are the books? I've moved them, haven't I? Oh, way over here. Trying to make more room for you guys because I always want to do these short spreads and it never works. I'm a Gemini, Capricorn. What do you expect, right? Get wild. Let's see what we have. 26, Earth energy. I can already tell you it's going to be about nature. I can already feel it. Earth energy, get wild, means get in nature. Now, for some of you, you're in areas where it's not real easy to get to nature. And so you might need to actually go somewhere where there's houseplants, a lot of houseplants, or buy a lot of houseplants so that you get with nature. Get wild. To connect with our wild nature is to bring ourselves into a state of balance. Having been raised in a culture that no, I can't read, right? It's part of the shift. Having been raised in a culture that favors order, control, discipline, and obligatory respect for authority, many of us get a feeling of danger when we start to veer off the given path. This card is asking you to spend some time with your primal, intuitive aspect of yourself. What immediately comes to mind when you think of that part of you? If your wild self was a movement, what would it be? If it was a sound, what sound would it be? If it was a song, what is the song? Spend some time asking yourself what it means to you to get wild, and to make some time and space for that. Wolf, blackberry, and argonite are all listed here in detail. So there has something to do with the white, the wolf, the blackberry, and argonite. Blackberry is considered one of the most invasive plants across multiple continents. Untamable weed. Huh. And then the wolf, it says, teaches us how to reconnect to our instincts, intuition, and the wild self. Let me let the puppy out. I say that. She's 9 years old. All right, Chrissy, go on. She's like, Mom is recording. I don't want to hear it. Okay, so at least we understand that. So I think it's time to test out some new gifts, because I know with the 1111 ascension, those that have been doing the work are going to ascend in a major way. And we have new gifts coming in. So I kind of feel like that's what we're going to work with. We're going to find out. We're going to put cards down here to understand a little bit more about our gifts, okay? So, let's see here. I kind of feel like, you know, I don't do things right every time. I just do whatever I'm guided to do. We're going to put this here for one person. Okay. We'll give them 3 cards. You're going to get to pick your pack. Now, this is called the Good Tarot. And if you pick this, these 3 things will add up to tell us a story of what you're going to receive. No, don't shuffle. Stay in. Okay. I was going to shuffle and I was guided to just continue because it's still coming. Sometimes I got to just listen, not talk, right? Okay. So if you pick this, then you're also choosing the Observer, and this is your path. And this is the Good Tarot. And we're going to put the stack back here. I'll put it away. Okay. We're going to store it back here. If we need clarifications, we can get that. Next, we're going to grab the Chakra Wisdom Tarot, and we're going to get 3 cards from this. Now, if you go through trust, this is your gift as you feel like you resonate with trust. Right here is going to be your gift. You'll get 3 cards, and this is the Chakra Wisdom Tarot. I know it flipped over, but I'm going to flip it back. And apparently, you will get a lot more cards. There's more to the story. So we'll simply leave it like that. The revolution, blah, 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 right? The revolutionary. And no, I don't edit, so you just have to deal with me like this is how I am. Okay, the revolutionary. All right, remember it's the torch. Now this is what I call my mobile deck, but this is what we're going to use for the revolutionary. So we're going to turn that down. You're going to get to choose it, okay? So I will try to take the time to go back and timestamp. Now keep in mind there are ads, which I don't know anything about because I have nothing to do with that. And a lot of the times the ads do offset the time settings. Now, if you choose strength, this is where you are. So we're going to go ahead, try to get 3 cards. Well, you get a sneak peek at that one, which we'll talk about later. Let's get 2 more. All right, we got a few more than 2. We'll leave that there. That's strength. Now, let's see here. I'm being guided to choose these. I do not know the name of this deck, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's got gold foil. It's very ornate. And Get Wild. Here we go. So, whoa. Get Wild pile. All right. So this is unusual. I've never done anything like this. Didn't even know this is what we were going to do, but this is what I'm guided to do. Here we go. As the observer, if you have chosen this spot, the observer. Let me grab the book, and we will read the observer. $100. Very beautiful number. Very complete number, you know? All right. The next would be the outlaw. So the observer. The observer indicates a time where you're being encouraged to suspend judgment or conclusion and simply witness. Humans are always trying to sort their external world. We want to process it, make sense of it, and figure out our place within it. It is our way of trying to feel secure and comfortable within our environment. However, this can also reach extremes where we are automatically forming opinions without gathering enough information. In other words, do not assume. The observer asks you to pause and simply pay attention. This may feel passive, but in observing, we are already cultivating change. The balanced observer intuitively knows when to be present and when to move. They watch, but they do not do so in a way that harms others. Many people may interpret them as apathetic. In reality, they understand that there is a time and a place for action. As unbalanced observer becomes too stagnant. They can see how everything functions, but do not believe that they are able to affect change, as they are only one person. This can be a form of bypassing. As they may not stand up when it is needed. So you're being asked to really discern and pick your battle, because you're going to be very effective by doing so. You've got the moon, which is about a very deep knowing, but not always showing all your cards. And it's not that you're hiding yourself. It's that you simply allow the situation to play out, and that you're aware of it and let it ride. Draw the conclusion later. Two of fire. Oh my. So for those souls that the spirit is lost within, trapped in that soul, because I always feel like spirit is trapped in a soul because of the way words are used. You're going to be the guiding light to a lot of people because you're so observant. You're going to be able to get in touch with their spirit side and show them like the radiance of their beauty. Like you're going to have the ability to show what's hidden within them that allows them to move forward. It's actually exquisite to have the moon and the sun, like Alpha and Omega. Like you may be able to guide them on their life purpose is what, yeah. You will be able to observe them and like show them their life purpose. That's incredible. Let's get a blessing card on that. Solitude. Whether you're a Virgo or if that's your North Node, I'm not sure. You could be a Leo. Could be Cancer. Could be anybody. I do feel the Solitude Island has to do with people that have gone within and kind of gotten stuck there and they can't seem to find their way out. I feel like you're going to be the light that goes in, and I think you're going to be able to show them something within themselves that they can resonate with and come out up for air, okay? And they'll recognize it. So that is beautiful. Thank you for sharing your energy with me and the observer. I mean, how beautiful is that energy? Thank you very much. Much light, much love. Namaste. All right, guys. Let's get repositioned and I'll get a little drink. The next one is trust. So with trust, let's grab the book and let's figure out which page trust is on. '82, and it says water. So could be something to do with water sign. Or just asking to be more mutable. Did I say 82? I'll tell you. Trust. This card indicates a time where letting go of your human thinking. Whoops. Sorry. Oopsie scoopsie. This card indicates a time where letting go of your human thinking and having faith will serve you. People can confuse surrender and trust, lumping them into the same idea. However, these are different things and require different parts of us. Surrendering often feels darker and like you're submerged, unable to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Its lesson is a teaching in rebirth. The rebirth can only happen when you surrender to winter without expecting spring to come around. It is a lesson in adapting. Trust is more intuitive process. There is an element of vision, of knowing what is possible, of seeing the potential and trusting that you will get there. When you do not know how you will, it is trusting that the universe will provide the resources and illuminate the path if you show up for it. Reflect around your history with trust. Do you have evidence of how trusting can bring about magical solutions? If not, at what point in the process do you give up? The moth, yeah, I thought that might be a moth. Trillium and celestite. So the moth, like butterflies, moths begin as caterpillars, and through the process of crystallisis, I can't say that word right, sorry, become their final state. As you can guess, they carry this spirit of transformation, but they also carry a lot of lunar energy as well. Also, Trillium calls our attention to trust as necessary foundation in any relationship. Trillium is such a fragile plant that picking a flower irreparably damages the plant. Celestite. Sometimes we can get so dragged down that we feel completely alone or that the world is against us. I can't read tonight. I'm so sorry. Celestite asks us to remember that we are connected to all life. It helps open up our psychic and intuitive senses so that we can connect more easily to our guides and the universe. And it goes on a little bit. But there you go. Now let's get right into your cards and see what you have. If you have chosen the card of trust, strength to trust, this is protection. So when fear and worry comes in, just remember that it is time for you to know that you have been chosen by the divine to be protected. Lovers, it is safe for you to love. You hear that when others read that off these little cards, but this is the strength to be able to follow your intuition, to be able to trust yourself is the gift. You're going to be able to trust yourself because you're going to be you're as above, as below, as within, as without. You're in tune with the divine, and that is the gift, is being able to trust your own judgment now. 9 of Coins, prosperity. You will feel very abundant and prosperous because it will be in the 3D world. King of Swords, continue to speak your truth. Remember to always stay in balance. A King of Swords can be very sharp and set it straight, very clear, and it's not emotional where it's henpecking or belittling anyone. It states the fact. You were late. Yep. But at the same time, the King of Swords is someone that you can count on, you can rely on, and they're loyal. They're very loyal. Beautiful. 10 of Swords. We're done with this pain, this painful cycles. This horrific heartache that you've been going through is over. You can learn to trust yourself, and when you do, it will be mirrored back at you because you will then be reflecting trust back at yourself through your choice in who you pick. And there will be a gift, a physical gift, not only of prosperity and not only in ending the pain for you, but with this Princess of Wands, there is something being given to you by the universe. King of Wands, you're going to feel extremely passionate about this. I think you're going to be excited to get up in the mornings. Like you're going to have a hard time sleeping. I kind of feel like it's a Christmas morning for you. This trusting yourself is going to be a great deal of blessings. You know how you always, if you pick trust, it had to do with always feeling like you had to have someone else validate your work or your concept. Or if you thought about it, you would even say at times, you know what I heard? When really it was your own idea. You didn't want to take credit for it. Because you wanted to be validated in so many ways. Because you had no trust in yourself. Your self-trust is going to be restored. So let's get a blessing on that. Wow. I can totally see people really feeling that as such blessings. I mean, look at the blessings already on the table. I'm excited to read the other two. I'm sorry, the other three. We have 5 on the table. All right, let's get some blessing here. Synergy. Yeah, your trust is going to be restored in yourself because you, yourself, your energy is being mixed with the universe. So you will be having the gift of tapping into the actual collective divine to know the answers to things really quickly. Like your intuition's going to be on point, so you will be able to trust. Thank you very much. If that's where you leave me, much light, much love, and namaste. All right, guys, the Revolutionary. Let's look at this for a minute. Look at this. Beautiful card. All right, let's get this on the board and see what we have for the story. The Revolutionary. 106 Ether. Do, do, do. I don't know why I got it in my head, but I just heard like, do, 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 puppy power. Wow, that's so strange because I'm all serious and I'm hearing it. Okay, well, I've even lost a page. I think it said 106. Like I went somewhere. I think you're about to go on a magical journey, my love. Here we go. The Revolutionary. Let's get this card up here so you have something to look at while I read your story. Hopefully it shows up for you. The Revolutionary card is asking you to challenge the status quo. Whether it is external or internal, the Revolutionary seeks to do things radically different. Like the outlaw, the Revolutionary has ideals that can be viewed as, quote, out there. They are a natural leader that can see what the collective needs and are able to put it into action. They invite others to be part of building the world with them. The Revolutionary invites us to bring some of the trailblazing energy and apply it to our situation in life. How can you meet the needs of the collective? How can you lead with integrity? Be aware that working with revolutionary energy does not always translate to being accepted or loved. You will have people that support you, but your work can also attract naysayers. This just means it is potent and worthwhile. Do not let anyone affect how you stand in the world. Allow their words to fuel your fire and keep going. A balanced revolutionary leads and empowers. They are not afraid to be direct and deliver a harsh message when necessary, but they do so with love. They are original thinkers that push the envelope. They are all about questioning things and inviting others to do the same. They are truth seekers, but are fluid in how they find truth. In this quest for the good of the greater collective, an unbalanced revolutionary may become oppressive and use tacticals that can be harmful. They also may become tyrannical and unable to hear others because they have some imbalanced ego issues. All right, so you are going to be a leader in a revolutionary way of standing up for free thinkers. This could mean that you fight censorship. This could mean that you actually start up doing journalism and so forth. Here we go. It's your true love. You will find this path absolutely what you feel natural with. You may find that you partner up with people that are perfectly aligned with you. It will be in truth because you are a truth seeker and you will cut out anybody that does not walk that path with you. It is your divine purpose. This is the marriage higher commitment. You've been married to this for a while. But you will be able to communicate in a way of messaging so clearly now. Like where before you were misunderstood or people overtalked you. People didn't hear you. They weren't really taking it in the way that you intended it. Or they saw a very, very shallow view of your deep message. They will now resonate because you will actually be able to communicate in a much higher vibration that they can understand. Even though they might be low vibration, it will heal them. Like they will resonate with the words very deeply. Communication is going to be huge. You will be cooperating with your spirit tribe. Definitely. 3 of Pentacles. You will need to follow blindly your faith and your trust in yourself. And you cannot trust what you see, but you can only trust your faith and your knowing. You literally cannot, you must walk blindly in the sense of sight. Do not believe what you see. Believe half of what you hear and only what you know. Not what you were programmed to believe, but what you know, what your gut tells you. That's going to be really imperative. You will find yourself very defensive at times. Now, look at how he defends himself. Okay? He's not afraid to take on multiple people at a time and stand his ground. And that's what you've got to do because you're unique. You're unique and you have something very incredible to offer. And you are going to suffer heartache at times because this is going to be an adventure where not everything goes your way because it is going to battle for this entire collective. It's the front line. So if you chose revolutionary, you are a frontline light worker. You're going to be working with broken hearts and you're going to be healing broken hearts. And you're going to be teaching people to take a stand when they need to keep their boundaries in place, not to be a doormat, to challenge what they're told, to see through the veil of illusion. That will be your job. Let's get some blessing cards for you. Wow. I'm so glad we were guided to do this. I've never even thought of this. It just came to us while we're doing this. All right, I told you communication was going to be a big deal. Communion with the divine and seeing the bigger picture is going to be your gift and how you will be guided. Could be through actual spirit guides. Activation, wind. You will be activated. This gift is being activated right away, like 11:11, I would guess. Innocence, childhood. That's what your goal is, to get everybody to be truthful, be real, be authentic. And you're going to be assuring the dawn of a new beginning as we go into Aquarius. You're going to be literally on the cutting edge of the communication that gets us there. You will be supporting a lot of people that are spreading the message. Like, you will be helping transmit this on a huge level. You probably are a networker of information yourself. So that is exquisite. All right. Thank you very much. Beautiful reading. And if this is where you leave me, I want to say much light, much love, and namaste. All right, guys, we're up onto strength. Apparently, we've got some real potent cards here, but look how potent these were for the observer. All right, so you've got 4 cards. The strength. Let's read the strength. Now, we did read Get Wild, so the next time when we get to that, we won't need to read that. All right, the strength. Let's look it up. Oh, it's just strength. Where are you? Number 30, Earth, which makes sense. I mean, they really do think this out. And we are using Threads of Fate Tarot up here. Strength. Let me get this up here for you. Move my bracelet this time. There we are. This card indicates a time where you need to tap into your reserve of strength and resilience. There may be things coming up in your life right now that require your courage and the willingness to be very uncomfortable. Our ability to adjust to any transition, loss, or change will depend on our patience in riding out the storm. Sometimes we have to do this without a map. Whatever is coming up for you right now, understand that it will pass, and you will need to believe that you can move through it. Orca, sycamore, and labradorite. Now, when you look at orca, it says is also known as the killer whale for its hunting ferocity, but is simultaneously thought as a gentle giant. They live in the same pod for the entire life, and they rely on one another to hunt and protect the pod. In this way, orca shows us that we are not alone. It encourages you to hold counsel and call on community as you navigate the rough waters. So when you get to feeling that you are alone, I'm just going to say it. If you feel this pity party coming on of, woe is me, I'm alone, that is when you are being told by your intuition to pull the resources that are available to you, which are your deep, close soul spirit tribe, okay? Because they'll be there to even just commune with you. All right, let's dig into your cards. You chose strength, as above, as below, as within, as without. I'm going to tell you, this is a hell of a journey that you've picked. Because to get strong, you get, I think of the sword, a strong metal. They're going to heat it up until it's almost melting. They're going to pound it into shape and they're going to fold it. And they're going to do this 300 times to make a true, maybe even 900 times, just to make that sword so strong that it can withhold everything. So you may have already been folded so many times you think you can't be folded. But if you chose strength, you're going to get folded. All right, you got the 8 of Swords. In this, I read intuitively. You feel stuck. You feel lost. You feel trapped. You feel alone. You feel like you're going to have to walk a journey alone. I feel very much tearful right now. You feel solitude. You feel out of touch and disconnected from reality. But look. Let's not go too deep. You've got the Hermit here. When you have the Hermit and you feel like this, even though you're going with your intuitive light, you still need to reach out, okay? Yes, you're swimming in this dark sea, but you are not alone. I'm here with you right now. I'm going through it with you right now, for real. I sleep, I eat, I do a couple readings here and there. I'm trying to paint a saw. I'm exhausted. I feel you. All right, so this is the Tower. So here's the Strength card you chose. This is where you get strong. But this is where the bounty is, okay? 3 of Swords. You are going to feel this pain. And this is going to be deep. But you're going to come out very strong in the end. And when this is done, you will be unbreakable. And that is the gift that you have reached some unbreakable. You have your above and below the same. You have your as within, as without the same. That's where you're headed. Once you have that and you cross that portal, you'll be given strength in your life that it's able to you will feel foundational satisfaction. And you will be setting up foundation in so many ways for people. And you offer protection to others just in your presence. You will have a very solid feeling of knowing that you could be the King of Cups sitting out on those stones. And that ocean can tear up around you and storm. And when that storm's done and that sun shines, you are still sitting in your throne because you will be unbudgeable. And you might come in a small package, but you will be unbudgeable. And what's wonderful is that solid reliability of knowing that about yourself is going to take you places of just miraculous beauty. So it's all within folding these swords, you know. You've got a 3 here for sure. You've got an 8. You've got some good numbers. You have a 9. Beautiful numbers. All right, let's go ahead and get a blessing card. That's a tough one to pick, strength. But hey, like I said, once you're folded and mended, and you're going to be that sword, that unique sword that can cut right through to the truth and still stand there. And that's beautiful. You're going to be the backbone of a lot of foundation for those around you as well. And very comfortably. Like, yeah, you can release your, you got so many blessings. You didn't get much of the Oracle cards, or I guess these are tarot cards, but you got a lot of blessings. So you've got autumn equinox release. So you need to release your fears to build this strength. Fairies, earth magic. Absolutely. You've got that tree up there with the roots. You're going to be strong like a tree. Yeah, you'll have the roots really rooted. I think your ancestors are going to be very proud of you. Vulnerability, meadow. You can allow yourself to be vulnerable and strong at the same time. Isn't that crazy? The stronger you feel, the more vulnerable you can be. Dance and celebrate. Look at your ancestors. I mean, honestly. Yeah. Purification. You're just pureness. You're just your whole heart. You're strong. You're beautiful. You just got to release those fears to get there. Now, don't freeze your heart. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about strength as in blocking. We're talking about strong as in strong love, but strong balance. A strong rush for life. Strength to move a mountain with your faith. Look at that mountain. Strength. You got it again. Isn't that beautiful how you got strength with strength? I mean... That's going to be your blood. Look, coming up from the dirty, mucky, icky. Beautiful lotus flower, unfoldment lotus flower. I told you, you got a lot of blessings. Shaman, ancient healing wisdom, ancestral healing. Dreamtime creation. Yeah, you heal during your sleep. You're building strength every time you sleep. That's probably why you're so tired all the time. Dragonfly emergence. Yeah, you're combining your energy with the universe, and you are coming out from this cocoon into a dragonfly, which is beautiful. Lightning power. You have a lot of connection with your strength to direct connection to the divine, that you actually have control a little bit, I would say, of communicating with like earth magic. Yeah, ceremony, invocation. I think you're being given a little bit of earth magic because you are so strong. Like you have such deep empathy and understanding, and we're all being trusted with some return of those kind of powers that our ancestors had. Look at all your blessings. Whew. I told you. I said you picked the strong card. You're going to be folded 300 times or 900 times and so forth, but you'd have the most blessings. And look at that. That's just crazy. I know. I'm fussing with the cards. All right. Thank you very much for picking the strength card and all your beautiful blessings. And I want to say, if this is where you leave me, much light, much love, and namaste. All right, my guys. I love you for staying with me for the last one. Like I said, I'll do my best to be able to like timestamp each section for you. Okay. There will not be an extended to this. This was just us getting into the 11/11 ascension process as it's coming up, and I wanted us to be able to pick what we wanted here. So, we've read the Get Wild card. Whoa, 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 whoa. Knocking everything over. So, Get Wild, it does mean exploring your gifts. It really does. And it is about, you know, looking to see within yourself what it is that has changed. and where are you going, and your intuition getting kicked in, and trusting the universe. Get wild and just enjoy yourself. Release some of that stress. I think you're going to be more of like a Cancerian energy, even if that's not in your chart, it may be, where you enjoy life a little bit more. You play a little bit more, but you just 24/7 are living in both worlds. All right. And here we go. The Hermit. So you will be able to go within, and I'm thinking within the universe, within yourself, and explore that new world. Because, yeah, you're completing a huge cycle, and you're going to be starting a whole new beginning. It's going to bring you intuitively to really understand, and you will be able to see without your eyes. You will not need your eyes to see. You will not need words to hear. You will be able to intuitively know where someone's in pain. You may be a healer, like you may be hands-on healing. Get wild. Yeah. So this is all about a decision, intuitively knowing. Intuitively knowing the path. I do feel like you have healing properties. Where someone's imbalances, you'll be able to show it and know it, including your own. You'll know there's an imbalance. Yeah, you'll be able to provide like a solution, a passionate way for them to connect to something that corrects their imbalance. And it will be in truth. It will be very truthful, very truthful. So getting wild may actually be doing something that you would have never dreamed you're doing, which is possibly some sort of healing, or it's a gift that you personally are going to be exploring. And as this gift comes onto you, you're going to feel as though you heal pain. Like you intuitively know how to cut out pain. So like if somebody says, well, I fell, I hurt my shoulder, you may know that intuitively that they need to do this or they need to do that. Or you may be able to heal them by laying your hands on them. It's all, it all has to do with this ending pain cycles for people. Guiding them to teach them balance in their life. Beautiful. And also providing that within your own, like you're going to balance out really well. Intuitively, you will know. You will seek it out like the lone wolf knows where his pack is. You will be able to help them. Instinctively, you will know what it is that they need to do. Yeah, that's incredible. Any other blessings here for my Get Wild? My Get Wild bunch? It's all about your intuition. Yeah, that's all I'm getting. Oh, there it comes. You will have a completely different perspective than other people. You will be able to see into the universe within them. I feel like you will be able to see straight through people. That's incredible. Any other? Harmony, music. You could be doing something with music that allows you to heal as well. Like to get your message or something. It's something to do with harmony for sure. All right, my lovelies. That is all for today. I know it's a very long video. Like I said, I will do my best. If nobody else does it, I'll do it to timestamp all these lovely sections below for you. And with that, I'm exhausted. I love you guys for being with me. Our community is growing. I saw we did a little tiny jump in the last few days, which is beautiful. I want to say thank you so much for all that you do for this channel. I am just hoping that we can continue it. You know, I just love being with you. And I know I'm going to do tarot either way. I just want to be able to continue to do this on the channel. So please do support me if you resonated with any of this or if you enjoyed this. And thank you so much for everything. Much love, much light, and namaste.